What's up, YouTube? So, ever since we moved into our new place, the dishwasher's kind of pissed me off a little bit. Uh, it doesn't dry dishes well; it just leaves them totally soaked, and it just doesn't seem to work that well. But it's a Miele brand dishwasher, which is supposed to be a pretty high quality brand. And everybody's always spoke highly of Miele, so I've had a lot of other things to worry about, so I haven't really put any time into troubleshooting it. But I did recently just figure out what the problem was, and I want to show you all what the issue was. Basically, I'll cut to the chase. It's plumbed into the cold supply rather than to the hot water supply, and that's making it not work properly. So I just wanted to show you all a couple steps I took to determine that. And there's a few ways you can go about doing this, but this is probably a fairly common thing if your dishwasher doesn't seem to be performing well, or if it's leaving your dishes really soaking wet, just full of water. Uh, I'm going to show you the problem, and then another day down the road, we'll go through the process of fixing it. Yeah, everything looks pretty normal in the dishwasher. Again, the main problem is when we pull it out, as opposed to other dishwashers we've had, this one just leaves puddles of water and everything really soaking wet. So the way I determined that it's still hooked up to the hot or the cold supply rather than the hot supply is if you go down underneath your sink, there should be two connections, and usually the cold supply will be on the right and the hot supply will be on the left, and that was the case here. But what I did to just make sure that was correct is, and you can do this too, is just turn off one of the valves. You It's kind of a catch-22, because sometimes these valves will leak if you operate them. Um, but if yeah, just keep an eye on them if you use these valves to make sure they don't drip afterwards. I find that as long as you make sure it's fully closed and fully open, that minimizes your chance of having leaks. But again, so turn it all the way to the right and turn this valve all the way to the right in order to shut it down. And then once it's fully closed, which this one's not yet, I'll just crank it all the way to the right. Just about there. And then right here, you can see that this is the hose, this is the supply line going to the dishwasher. Side note, I would always recommend using a stainless steel braided line rather than these kind of solid rubber lines. These break a lot more easily. So once that is turned off all the way, then you can just go up to the sink and turn on the cold. So I have the cold on right now and nothing's coming out. So that tells me that that valve was the cold supply. And then the hot still works. So that basically just verifies that I did turn off the cold valve and not the hot valve. So we'll get that switched back around, and the dishwasher should work a lot better if it's hooked up to the hot rather than the cold supply. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're having issues with your dishwasher. Have a great day.